Alright, here's much in this tutorial. In the Apache today we are covering use of the TADS from the co-pilot seat, so let's get to it. We'll get rid of the I hands by pressing the I key first. So now to select the TADS, we want to let's look at the keybinds. So we want to have the right hand grip sight select switch bound, so that goes from the FCR, HMD, TADS and link. So we want to be using the right TADS today. We also want to have the right hand grip image auto tracker polarity for A auto. So we want to bind that. Then right hand grip manual tracker, so that's basically slowing it. So you want to have that bound. That's also an axis if you have multiple axes. I don't have this bound as an axis, I just have it as my 4-way hat. Then if you look here, you have the left hand grip store update switch. What this does is this is basically storing mark points using your TADS. So I'll show this, how to do that. You also want your was, so how to select weapons. So you want air to air isn't implemented in this version of the Apache. That would be like stingers. That's not a thing in this one. So you want gun, missile, and rocket. And that should be about everything we need for today's purposes. So we will select the TADS. Oh, actually, one more thing we need. So we want the laser first and second D10. First D10 is ranging, second D10 is firing the laser target for Hellfire. We want the laser tracker mode. That is laser spot tracking, I believe. And finally, we want the slave button on the right hand grip. So let's get to it. So we'll first select our acquisition source as a waypoint. So do that from the pilot seat. So you go to the TSD coord. This will be waypoint and waypoint 1. Then we'll press the slave button. Actually, another keybind. God, I'm missing another keybind. Okay, there's a lot of keybinds. So you want to have the TADS FOV. That's a 4-way hat bound. There, so we can see the targets. So we'll cycle the FOVs. Here we go. Now, if we press the slave button a second time, it'll deslave it.
At requested altitude.
Thank you, George. So slew the TADS around. We see what your heat signatures. Now, if you want to change the TV cam, which honestly, the TV on the Apache is really so I still use it sometimes. It's this in the left-hand grip, so it's the TADS sensor select. Now, I don't have this bound personally, but you can bind it. And look how much more zoomed in this is. So we'll look at the TV, so that's very zoomed in. But the flare is less zoomed in. You see, it's quite different. So if we press the image auto tracker, then press it. I think what's right. Right is so left hand image auto tracker IT. Oh, what's this? Okay, yeah, okay. So the left hand grip image auto tracker to the IAP position. That's what I use, or what you're supposed to use to make it auto track. So this will functions like a point track. So when you use this, it will track the image that you select over, so it will track a moving target a lot easier and allow you to follow it without having to move it. Now if we go to a wider field of view in the flare, we can select multiple vehicles to track. So let me show this now. So we'll have that, then we'll zoom out a bit to get more. Realistically, we're getting probably like 4 vehicles at once, but I normally get two or three queued at once. So we have 4 vehicles queued. Okay, no, so it does only go to 3, so you can only have 3 queued at once. That makes sense. So now if we press, what is it? If we press OFS, the all tracker offset center, if we press that, it will basically cycle to the next target. So let's say I fire Hellfire at this guy, Hellfire's hit, and then press that switch, then it'll go to let's see if you can see it. Yeah, so it's the OFS. So now you see it automatically moves to the next target. So I'm lasing for this guy, then the Hellfire hits, and I go to the next guy. Then that Hellfire hits, and they're all dead. If I press it a last time, then it will delete the last target. Okay, so that's all very good. Now then, we'll look at the store functionality. So let's say I want to engage each of these targets at one after another. So we'll go. Now it is a good idea to leave. So we'll come over here and arm the helicopter. So I'm just going to go lays. So we see T1, that means target 1 is stored. And then we'll lays to get ranging. Target 2. We will lays. Target 3. We'll just do this until we have all however many targets we have here. Okay, now let's look at our coordinates page. So if we go to the coord section, we have 7 targets across the 2 pages. So I'll just show you that this all worked. You see there it's cycled between each target as I cycled the target. Waypoint now is selecting. So the main application for this is most likely to use it in data links so you can transmit targets to other Apaches in the area, and I'll cover that in a future video. So, I believe that's all there is to really cover with the Apache. I'll actually show you spot tracking, so... Yeah, so you see here, in fact, actually, what I'll do is I'll just turn that off. Okay, wait.
Uzi 1-1.
Okay, no, I can't leave the spot track to work. Was that in the spot track? What did I... Let me see what I pressed. Let me double check this. Right hand grip. Okay, let's put tracker mode off. Okay, there we go. Anyway, yep, no, lead spot tracking, not really that important anyway, it doesn't really matter. So yep, that'll be it for today's video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Patreon, TikTok and YouTube. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Have a wonderful weekend coming up in a couple of days. Count 3, 1, signing off.